Greetings, everyone. I am just making sure it is connected to YouTube this time because we had that issue last week. So let me make sure we are playing live. And I believe we are live right now. Yeah, we are good. Okay, welcome again to another week of Dashboard Builds with the Google Sheets Fanboy. Setting everything up, just getting all my tabs ready. How is everyone today? I do want to say something to anybody out there. If you haven't talked to your mom in a while, go ahead and give her a call, because I had to have my mom reach out to me and find me on YouTube and tell me I didn't message her enough. So, Mom, if you're listening, love you. Hope you enjoy the show. But what are we doing today? Here is what we are building today. I'm going to be looking to the screen because I got dual screen, so don't mind me if I'm looking that way. We are going to be building a Zendesk data set is what we're using, and we're going to be building a dashboard for ticket support, first respond, and resolution time. It's going to be done in Google Sheets. Very few formulas, mostly charts. So it's going to be a very easy build for anybody. The level is going to be very easy. It's going to be set up in a way that it's a template that you can just dump new data into the template and go back and grab the report to look onto it. It's not dynamic. If you would like the dynamic one, let me know in the comments below and I'll make the dynamic one where we can set date filters or department filters. How are you going to benefit from this? If you're running a support team and you just kind of need an overshot about how your resolutions are doing, or not your resolution, how your customer service support tickets are doing, first time to response, and how long it's taking, and what are the most common ones. This is the type of dashboard you'd want to know, especially if you want to know what departments have the most troubleshooting, customer support tickets, what are the issue types, how many are open, how many have been closed, the average response time, things like that. But what's going to make this one a little bit different that you probably haven't seen is we're going to add in target goals at the very end. So you got to stay till the end, and we'll show you how to add in that where it says that little percentage one down at the bottom of the scorecards at the top. We'll add that at the very end. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm getting interrupted here. Yes, Jessica. Yes, I was just about to get to there and let them know. Yes, I will let them know. Yes. Hey, everyone, she wants to let you know if you want to get a copy of this data set, there'll be a link in the description below. Sign up for our newsletter and you'll get access to this data set and a bunch of other ones for your data projects. The data is randomized, so if you need a live stream to show dynamic changes on some of your projects or proof of concepts, this will work perfect. Yes, I'm letting him know right now. Hang on. She also wants me to let you know that if you sign up, you also get free resources as long as you're signed up to the name in question Google Sheets Fanboy Data Graveyard newsletter. Send it out every 28th of the month. It's filled with tips, tricks, and pretty much anything you need to know to be a data analyst to catapult your career beyond the junior side. Okay, Jessica. Yeah, I'll let them know. Yep, I will make sure you get bonus points so you don't go to Sector D7. Yes. Okay. Bye. Sorry about that. Before we get started, let me get a drink. I'll go to comments. I don't think anybody's in here. I'm gonna go get a drink. Oh, I got two people. Hello, whoever's watching. Greetings. If you are new here, I just build these dashboards in Google Sheets. Sometimes they can be downloaded into Excel depending on the formulas, because Excel doesn't have some formulas, but this one you should be able to, because I'm going to just use basic formulas. But yeah, you could download this to Excel if you needed to as well. Let's get to the build. So first, here's our data set. Let me make sure I got the right screen set up. Okay. Okay. Get my mouse fixed. Here's our data set. As you can see, it's just a randomized data set that you would likely see on the Zendesk data set pool. Today, we are going to go and we're just going to select the data we need. We don't need all of this data, and I want to transfer it over so it's an easy copy paste in the future. I am going to paste this as values only, so that way it doesn't change, because this is set to change every minute and it'll slow things down. But what we're going to need is the column created at the channel group. As we go over there, channel group, we're going to do first response time and resolution time, and the last one, the issue type. Those are the 6 columns we're going to grab. So it's B, IJ, L. Oh, I probably wanted that. Let's add a new tab, and this will be our clean data set. And I think during this live, we will probably be pretty quick because it's not going to be too long. So what we're going to do is type an equal sign. We want the curly brackets because now we want to create a dynamic table. Sorry, it's late here in Valencia. Dynamic table. So we'll go B. Oops. We're going to go data. We're going to call for the data in B2 or column B all the way through B. We're going to use the semicolon. I could get that wrong. We're going to do I and J. Data exclamation point. That means we're calling the sheet from a different part of this. And we're going to go I to I, and then that is supposed to be a colon. I think that's what they are. Definitely drawing a blank. Same again with data exclamation point J, and then L. Oops. L and M. You could easily just select these as needed, but because I don't want to slow down the dashboard like I have done in the other ones, I'm just going to select just the column ones I need. Data, and capitalization does matter when you're typing this out for the sheet reference, but you can do lowercase on the column letter. Give it a sec. Oh, you know what? Yep, that's what I did. I'm putting it all into one row instead of one column. Why did I think that was going to do it? Let's see here. Let's concatenate it. If you wanted to make this dynamic, and where you added up data and you wanted it clean, I would personally use the query function like this. I would do, because I'm not using this one, we're going to do data equals data B to B and I want to make that an array. That's what I was thinking. Sometimes when you do this so long, you kind of forget which one's which. There we go. Data L, was it L? IJL. Yeah, see, as the data changes, I'm going to fix that. I to I. We'll go here. Let me drag this across. I think I just need IJLMP. I'm probably going to forget that. JL. Just change some of these. M. Oh, I didn't forget. Oh, look at this. It's not N, it's P. P. So the way it's set up right here is if we have any data added to it, it'll update it because we're calling the whole array formula by column. There's other ways to do it. The way I did it before is I put it all stacked, and that's not what I meant to do. But as you can see, it goes all the way down. We're pulling 1,000 rows. Let's go to the actual data. I'm going to go down here so it doesn't 1,000 rows. So we're getting all the data. So what I'm going to reference this is, I like to call these clean data in camel case. That way everybody knows what it is, and this is the data. You could usually name it as raw data. These other tabs are just for the mockups. So if you do have this, you can change some of these for the VLOOKUPs for what it is. And these are the emails for it. Don't use them. They're fake emails. They're generated to be very fake. You're not going to get any emails out of it. But they are fun emails. Let's scroll back up. Now we just need to make one more row. This is going to be our open ticket. And because we do eventually want to make this dynamic, I do want to make this an array formula. And what I'm going to say is, I want to define an open ticket as anything that has a resolution does not have a time to. So it's going to be if A2 to A is not blank. So if we did put a filter in and this is checking to see if there's a created first, is not equal to 0, then we're going to go if E2 to E is greater than 0, then we want 0, but else we want a 1. The reason we're doing it this way is because anything that's greater than 0 has a time, so it's not null. It's going to put a 0, and then anything after that is going to be a 1. But it's first checking to see if there's something at column A, and I want it to be blank if there isn't. And then here we go. And what did I do wrong? It's not working here. It's E2 is greater than if A2 is not null, if E2 is greater than 1, then we want it to be 0 because it's not open, but else it's going to be 1. If it's 0, if A2 is not equal, then we want to check to see if it's E2 is greater than 0. Do I have this set as a number or a text? Sometimes that could be it. Let's do number. Oops. If A2 is not greater than 0, if it's not equal to 0, so it's going all the way down. And if E2 is greater than 1, yeah, there's a troubleshooting on the spot. It should be working this way. I think logic is, let's try it this way. Because it's E2 is not equal to 0, then we want it to be 1 or else 0, and this one to be 0. Am I getting it? I got it backwards. Why did is not if E2 is not no if it's not null. Okay, there we go. If it's greater than 0, then we want a 0. Or if we could just do it this way. Let me see here. If E2 is equal to null, then we want 1 else 0, and everything else 0. Yeah, that's what we want. I don't want all those 0, so I'm going to go back and put this as the blank. There we go. Yep, like I said, my logic was all messed up. Now that we have this all cleaned up, I'm going to clean up my row, delete that, and yep, there we go. So because I don't want it changing while we're working on it, I'm going to select everything. I'm going to go edit, copy, and then we're going to go paste values only. And what that does is paste the values only and gets rid of all the formulas. So as you can see, now there is no longer a formula at add any of them. The only reason I'm doing this because my sheet, like I said, was dynamic and it changes all the time. And we are going to, next one before questions, let me add in our, we're going to call this the goal tab, goals. And then we'll put monthly goals. Down here, we're going to put average first response time, average resolution time. I probably spelled that wrong, but that I'm gonna put average res time. And then we want total open tickets. And then total closed tickets. These are our goals that we want to track. So we're going to clean this up. This is going to be very easy. And I'll show you how to plug this stuff in at the very end. Once we get to build in, it's a very simple add-in. Let's clean this part up just to give it some. And then we want to do alternating, conditional formatting. We want alternating colors. That's what we want. I like to use the purple. And because we are using purple, let's use a white. And I want to set our times to be, let's say 15 minutes. And this is an hour, so 0.25 is 15 minutes. You have to think of it as at that time. What did I have on my example? So we had two different sets of it. Give me 1 second. We have resolution time. We want in 15 hours. No more than 200 tickets open at a time, and our goal is 750 tickets closed. There we go. And because I don't like messy tables, we're going to delete that and delete these so it doesn't give people a chance to adjust. Align these. I do want to point out you can customize this. I've already pre-customized your template, but we can go to template and then you can change the font and the colors. I have mine preset. Once you do this, it changes everything in there based on the color set of here. So if you select colors from the custom to begin with and you change it, it'll change all the colors at once. You don't have to go and select each one at a time. It'll change them all at once. So you'll see as we make charts, they're going to start with the purple and work their way down as the other ones. But I need to get something to drink. Let's go to questions, if there is any. Usually not. Oh, I got 3 viewers. Sweet. Whoever's watching, tell me where you're from in the comments. Well, maybe just the city or no, that's probably maybe the country. Yeah, let's go with the country. And if you're watching this on the replay, don't be afraid to put that in the comments either. 18 minutes. Let's go back to the build. Since there's no comments, and I think I'm going to be, this might be the first one that's going to be under an hour. I'm stoked for it. We'll hit done because I don't need to do any of that stuff. Now I want to make a new tab. This is going to be our reports, and I'm going to put this to the front. We're going to call this the report tab. And what I like to do is trim up a lot of our stuff first. Bear with me, I'm getting my plan to make sure I'm on track for what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so we're going to build the scorecards, and then after the scorecards, we are going to take a break and answer questions. So if you have some question or anything like that, please let me know when we get to the question part, which is coming up. If you don't want to build this, at the end of this video, I'm going to share a link to where you can just get this template for yourself. So I'm going to merge these one because this is where I'm going to put my logo. I'm going to take D, kind of shrink it up so I can actually, you know what, D, because I'm going to have 2 per D, because I'm going to have 4 scorecards, so I kind of want to have it pretty laid out already. D, J, and M. We want to size all of those to about here. I'm not going to use in and over. I'm limiting myself on space. And back up. And then we're going to take this and go all the way. We're going to merge these two so that way I know where I'm starting at. And we're going to call this, start with the title, customer support ticket performance. Select all, Control U to get the underline because they don't have that selection up there. But if you hold, I use a Chromebook and I think it's the same on Windows, but I think Mac, the command, is that what that one's called? The command, but yeah. 5 and 6, I'm laying this out so I know where I want to put the gray, and my scorecards are going to be in, let's make this background right here. Now I'm going to go back to my data and grab it. I have it preset up the way I want it, so it's not so. Lost my train of thought. So that way I know where to put stuff so we can speed it up. This is just cosmetic stuff. Oh, I want to go to data clean. And the first card we want the average time for the first response. So we're going to go insert. We're going to select the column. We're going to go insert, chart. We're going to scroll down. We're going to go to the chart type, scroll down, all the way down, and you'll see the score card right there. I want to format this one first because I'm going to copy and just change the data range. We'll add on the baseline later. We're going to go to aggregate because I want the average. I don't want the sum. This is in hours, so we have to customize this. We're going to do key values. I want it centered. And then let's go to chart title and axis. Let's go average first response time. And we know that's in hours. I probably should have put a sub hours. Probably should have put that on the other one, but I did not do that. So that's all right. Put it on this one. It'll look different from the image, but that's okay. And we are gonna, what I like to do is make sure the borders aren't on there. None. And I'm gonna take out the background. We're gonna copy this chart, go back to our report, click here, and I'm gonna put paste. Now I've set it up to where I know kind of the size I want it to be. And we're gonna scale this down. If I can grab that little box. Bring it in here. There we go. Yep. Kind of give it some buffer. Let's go back into the customize because the title is way too large. So we're going to do font size. We'll start with 14. Yeah, I think 14 looks good, but that means I got to change the subtitle. We're going to change that to 10. Yeah, 10 looks good. There we go. That works. We'll probably have to change it again in a second when we add that target goal tracker part. Okay, so I've selected it, I'm copying it, and I'm gonna paste it again. And I did not paste this one because I didn't copy it. There we go. When you see it remove the borderline after you Control C, make sure you do it one time because it'll remove the borderlines. And if you have a cell selected like this, watch. So I'll hit this, C, and then Control C again. It copies that cell. So do keep that in mind when you're messing with these charts. When you're trying to copy a chart, you just want to hit the one. This one we're going to change from column D to column E. Here we go. E to E, and we want the average as that as well. But this is average resolution time? Average resolution time. Resolution. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I can go with that. So we're going to Control C. I took the border off, so now I can paste it. Put that right here. Kind of, yeah, you can finicky with it. So the way we're going to do this one, because we're not doing an average, we're going to be doing a count. And we're going to be doing the sum because we want to know the open tickets. And that's why we made this open. Let me get this chart out the way. We made this column, open tickets. And what we're defining an open ticket is not what the original data set said. Over here where it says status. No, that's not what we're defining it as. An open ticket means there's no resolution. So if there's no resolution time, it's considered open. That would be something we put in our data dictionary. I don't have it on this one. They're just time report, but I do have a video coming out, I think in a couple weeks, with a Zoom meeting that explains what should be in a data dictionary, how to easily set it up, and you can even use ChatGPT to help you with it. But we're going to take column G. Let's go back to report, and we're going to do the sum. Yeah, am I on the chart? Yeah. We're going to change this from E to G, and we're going to change it to the sum. So now we have 150 open tickets, and I got to take this, and we're going to count. And total open tickets. I don't know if I should use tickets or support, but I would think that would be tickets. My guess, like support tickets, and then we're going to do the same thing kind of here, but let me change this to total closed tickets. What we're going to be doing on this one is we're going to be counting how many of the are in the resolution. So it's going backwards. So we're going to go to the chart, and we're going to, instead of using column G, we're going to use column E, and we're going to do a count instead of an average. So let's go to E again. E, resolution time. We want to do a count. And why am I getting such a funky little letter there? Oops. Count. Customize. Key value, custom. No, don't want that. Why is it? I did this to me the other day, and it was kind of pretty annoying. But let's go back to setup. Use row 1 as a header. Do count. Why is it? Let's do copy V, because this is going to drive me nuts if it shows that whole thing the whole time. Setup, we'll go count. So I know I have a total of thousands, so we're going to change this to E and E. And again, it does that. This will be a quick, easy fix because I'm going to do this. But I think I'm going to mess up the other ones. Yeah, messed up the other ones. We'll deal with that in a minute. Put this back. Why do you want to be a pain in my butt? Total open. Oh, total closed tickets is what we're looking for. Forgot I changed it. Closed. Oh, I don't want that. And we have all of our scorecards set up. And I don't have a border, and we'll add the other ones in a minute. That means it is, according to my outline, question time. So let's go to question time. Don't have any questions. I'm going to take a drink. Wow. We got this store here in Spain called Mercadona, and their cola, their brand cola, is amazing. I'm a big Coca-Cola fan. Not so much a Pepsi fan. Man, I love Coca-Cola. That Mercadona cola they have there, the brand one. I think it's like Hacienda or something like that. Oh, killer stuff. Again, the QR code on the screen that'll give you access to the data sets. I don't see any questions because they're not showing up here, and hopefully this thing works. I will be switching from Restream to probably a Melon or something like that. Something I used a long time ago. I want to get a better quality output, not the 720. I would prefer 1080p because I know when you're looking at your phone and the 720, when you're trying to watch a dashboard on the phone, it's terrible. So I will be switching that up. But since there are no comments in display and I still have 2 people here, that's pretty impressive. I'm on a roll. I got 2 people. Now we just have 3 more charts and this dashboard. Well, 3 more charts, and then we got to add in the goals. But let's add those 3 dashboards. So our first dashboard we're going to build, go to my notes, is probably the trend data time. So we're going to go back to our clean data. I'm going to select column A because I want the trend date. I'm going to change this date format to, we're going to go to custom because I don't see it on here, but if you go to custom date and time, we're going to scroll down and I'm just looking for month, year. You can also make your own. If you click this little bar, it gives you how to do it with your own, but where's the month, year? Looks like I'm going to be typing that one in. Let's delete this. We'll add in month and we'll give it a little dash and then we'll add in the year. Yeah, there we go. Do we want month with, yeah, let's do this. And we'll do full numeric. There we go. So now you guys see how this function works in there. I meant to do that totally on purpose. Totally. No, not first response time. I just want this and this. Yep. I only want the 2 columns because I want to know how many we have open that we first responded to and created at. We'll go insert chart. You're probably wondering, like, you only selected 1 column. I'm doing the combo, the column and the chart, and you'll see in just a sec. So column A is created at. We're going to do aggregate, and we are doing a sum. That is not what we want to do for this part. We want to do count. So we're going to count. This tells us how many tickets were open or created. Then we can duplicate this with Google Sheets. We don't have to say make a copy of column and do another one. We can just select it again. Go first respond time, and we're going to change this from count to average. And as you can see, the line disappeared. So we have to go over to the back end where we go to series. And as you can see, it shows the purples that I was talking about before. We're going to go to line. I don't want it on the same axis because this is response time and not count. So I'm going to put this on the right axis. And we are going to do aggregate type average. And there we go. You know what? I'm feeling a little frisky. Let's put some dots on there. Yeah, buddy. Now let's change these columns so we know what we're looking at. This is total tickets. And then on the right side, I don't have a right title. So I'm going to put, you come over to the chart and title axis. You can now select right because I put it over there. We're going to change this to time. No, it's average. First response time in hours. And I want to change this. You know, no, we're gonna copy this because I'm gonna set it over to the other one. We're gonna put it down here. We'll delete this one. And we're gonna go 2 scrolls down. I'm going to stretch it all the way across. Now, I know they say you always have to put an access title. Yes, that is true. But on here, we can see its date. We only have one date. The only thing I would suggest is like if we were working with multiple dates, essentially like in a sales funnel, if you have like create date or a job in date or something like that, you would want to be specific here. But since we know what we're looking at is just one date, it's the date it was created. I'm usually a big advocate that says take it off, and you're probably knowing you're seeing something really funky here, but we'll get to it in just a sec. It's a flaw with Google Sheets that I'm not a big fan of, but they offer a different chart to fix it. Let's go ahead and put this one, align this one. What did I call this one on the other one? Let's do average first response time and ticket count by day. And then we had a subtitle. We're going to call the subtitle response time in hours. I know it's regurgitated, but you'd be surprised at how many people forget to see that. And I can just see I made a boo-boo on the other one. Count of tickets. This is average first response time hours. Yeah, there we go. So let's clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna make it look fancy. I want to bring the font down because it is up there, but they know what side is which. Oh, that was. We're gonna do the same on this one. If you haven't figured out what I'm about to talk about, you're about to see. So we have seconds here, we have date down here, response time and everything. One thing, I gotta take out the border because I don't like borders on my charts in this particular way. Sometimes I do use them, most of the time I don't. But yeah, as you can see, the dates are all janky. You can go and use a chart like their time one that they've set up, this one. By all means, go ahead and use it. I'm not a fan of this one. And the way I would set this up is when we go, still got a border on it. When we go to the data and we import the data for transformation, I'd make sure we set it up so it puts the order of data ascending or descending of the date. In this case, I know a lot of sellers, it's a trick they do, but they'll put Amazon sellers about to get mad at me for watching this, but they'll do the newest date to the left to the oldest, whereas most people read linear, they read from oldest to newest. And for some reason, I don't know why PPC people always do right as the newest, left to the oldest. I'm not a fan of that. I like to see linear because that's how I see it, but that's just how they do it. So since we're not dynamic, I'm going to filter this and we're just go to the create date and we're going to sort A to Z. And it cleans it up. Now, when we go back to the report, we'll see our dates are now in much better order. Look at that, February 2024, not much. And there we go. That's how you fix that issue. Again, if you have the dynamic, if you're using like a query function or a filter function, you would probably want to add a sort in there to get the dates to be correctly like this. And I'm sure most of you are like, yeah, I'm not going to be using that formula, but sure. All right, our next one is we want to add in, what's my cheat sheet say? My notes. Yeah, you guys think they're cheat sheet, not. We want to do bar chart by issue type and by count. Issue type, yeah, and by group or channel. So we're going to do issue type. We're going to do, this one's very, very easy. We're going to do insert chart. I like to use the horizontal bars. So we'll scroll down. I'm going to use the horizontal bars because that's the way I do it. I'm going to fix the title. We want to go center. I'm customizing this because what I'm going to do is copy and paste it and just change the range. Yeah, count by issue type. Let's do count by by, oh, why did you do that? By issue type, we'll center it. We are going to take off the background. I like to keep my charts pretty clean. And when it comes to these horizontal ones, I don't like having the grid. I like to put the values at them so I can get issue. I'm not even going to put that in there. I can make it do that yet. So we have that. What we want to do is we want to add the data labels. And I'm going to put them, normally I put them on auto, but I'm going to put this one inside to the end because I know what's going to happen inside to the end. And here we go. Let's copy this chart. We'll go back to our dashboard. We're going to go 2 grid spaces down, so we're essentially keeping the same way. I'm going to collapse it, and I want to bring this down probably because I like things ending in 5. I'm going to also tuck this max bar out as soon as I can get it to register that I'm trying to just grab the frame. Why do you not want to work? Just fine. You know what? Be that way. I didn't want you to work anyway. Oh, yeah. Remember how I said if it does that? Oh, since it's already pre-set up, I feel like it's off, but that's okay. Since it's already pre-set off, I just want to make another one by channel. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. We're going to use column C, so we know what department it is. So we'll go back to setup. We're going to change the F. That way you're working smarter, not harder. There we go. To group and count by channel. Is that? No, that's not channel. Where is my channel? Channel's B. Channel is B. What am I? This is the group. I want B. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. You think I know how to do this correctly after I've done it like 6 or 7 times? Count by channel type. There we go. You know what? I bet I have. Let me go look at my image because I think I have these on the other side. Nope. They're right. But I do it like channel, and then I think it's issue type over here. Issue type. And we kind of know what we're doing here. Yeah, I should probably put yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a subtitle because total ticket count. And I am not sure if anybody else does this, but when you write an O, does it always seem to be capitalized when you use it? It does for me. All right, subtitle. Pasting it here. My example is going to look a bit different than what you get, but if you end up going to get the dashboard at the end, ooh, look at that. See that outage incident? No, don't like that. I want it all in one line, so I'm going to squeeze that in there. And there we go. I am going to do some tidying up. We're going to go line 61 down. I'm deleting those. I don't need those. And then I like to, I'm at a dilemma here. Do I bring it down because I want it? Yep. I'm going to go to 58 so we have 3 at the bottom. And one thing I like to do for everything, because I think every dashboard build should have this, I'm going to put in a copyright little logo, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you go over to the corner, you copy the copyright symbol that you find in Google, and then you just type in your copyright information and then the year. And now watch this. We're going to kind of hide it so they can't see it. So I like to bring the font down to like 6, and then I bring it to like super, so it's there, but they can't really see it. And here's our dashboard. Oh, you know what? I forgot the logo. I'm gonna put the logo in. We'll go to questions, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to do the question tracker. Where is insert? No, not file, but it's gonna be inside. My thing is not correctly set up, but we're gonna go Google Drive. Boom. Insert. And we are gonna shrink this bad boy. I want it up here. Bite-sized munchies when hunger strikes. Back from the dead. Oh, stuck it up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, buddy. This one's not in it, but it will float. And before we do anything, let me go to the chat. See if I got any questions, because I got to get a drink too. No comments here. If you're watching this on the replay, please feel free to put it in the comments. I will respond to all of them. I always do, even if they're funny or extremely mean, because I do get some of those sometimes. Nothing here. I wonder if I'm getting the, let me see. I wonder if I'm getting anything from LinkedIn that I'm not able to see. Like I said, I am not a fan of Restream as much as I used to be. So I'm not sure if it's working correctly, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Events. I'm looking at LinkedIn here. Bear with me. How do I tell if there's comments or anything on there? Oh, there's not. Okay. I'm as popular as I thought I was. All right. Sorry about that. We'll go back to the demo build and finish it off. We want to add in the target value. So we're going to open this back up, and I don't know why this thing's still funky dunky. Let me see if I can get a... We're going to go to clean data. I'm probably going to undo everything I just did, but insert chart. Oh, I'm at 4 viewers. Sweet. I'm rolling. Oh, maybe that was me. No, I want the scorecard. I got to get that stupid thing fixed because it's just driving me bonkers. Count. Nope. Nope. You're fired. Fired. Delete. How come you don't want to work? Okay. Now that we have our goals, and oh, you know what? I gotta undo a lot until I get my sheet back. My sheet, not the other word. My sheet, or my scorecard back. Here it comes. Okay. What's that in a tracking value? So when we change our goals, we want to have our goals to be able to show on here. Let's do add a baseline. We need to add a new value, select range. I'm going to go over to our goals tab. I'm going to select this first column because that's our average responses. We want 15 minutes. We're going to put that as an add. And we're going to hit sum. Then we go over to custom baseline value, and we're going to put what did I have it on the example? I kind of forgot. Oh, from target. They're all going to be from target. From target. So it's the percentage away from the target. We're going to centerize this. And we can bring the font way down to like 14. And in this case, our goal is to be first response time within 15 minutes. And we're sitting at 30 minutes. So we are way over. So this is a negative. We want our negatives to look bad, which I like to make is my pink. and my positives look good, which is my green. And we're going to swap them because anything above that is bad. Anything below the 15 minutes is good. Why is this one? Oh yeah, it's going to shrink. Let's go over to the resolution time and do the same thing. We're going to add a base value. I'm going to go to this little grid here. I'm going to select range, go back to my clean data, or my goals, and I'm going to select B2 through B3 for my average resolution. And I'm going to put sum because there's only one. You can put average, average or sum. You just want to keep it as one. Some people like to add a column and put it in there, but that takes up a lot of memory. We're going to do percentage change from target, not target to store. And let's bring this down to, I think I said 14, right? Okay. Again, when we're looking at our goals, our goal is to be under 15. So anything under 15 hours for a resolution is good. So if it's below the target, that's good. Wait, here it is, baseline. So again, we want to have it, if it's higher than it, then it's red because we're trying to go for below. But if it's below that, it's green, it's good. And there we go. It's there. Now the last one. Let's go back to add the baseline, click here. We're going to go back to goals, not clean data. We're going to open 200 tickets is what I want our goal to be, is only 200. Go back to customize, percentage change from target. Does anybody else put the O after, like when they're spelling from, do they put form? I nonstop do that. Okay, again, if we are below the number, that's good. So we want to make anything above bad, anything below good. So we're below, so it's green, so it's good. So we have it set up correctly. And now the last one. You know what? Let's go back to the customize. So we're going to do percentage change. I'm just going to add this stuff in right now, so it shows right away. And we're going to go 14. And this one is if we've closed more than 200, that's good. So we're going to leave this one green. But if we have not closed 200 in this period, we want it the pink, our red, our negative color that we want to use. And you'll see what we're doing in just a sec. So add the baseline, count, go back to goals, not the data. Tickets closed, 750. We're going to hit boom. And look at that. This is driving me. Why can't it just? Why? Why can't you just not have 3 decimals there? No, let's do some of that one. And we'll do count. Why can't you just be normal? Why can't you be like your other buddy over here that I'm looking at right here? What did I do different? Average count. Average count. Oh, I did the average. What do I have set to get rid of that stupid freaking key value? Default, custom. No, I don't have a custom. Scale factor, center theme default. I'm going to give it one last good old push. Custom. Let's try to do K. And M. Take this off. We'll take this off. And it did nothing for me. Maybe the 10,000 default. Why can't you just be? What if I do this? If I take this and I make it a number and I give it 3, will it jack me up? Oh yeah, it jacked me up. Good. Let me fix that because that is not what I want. Why do you have to be like this? Why could you not be normal? What if I did it like the total close tickets? What am I doing here? Hang on, I'm gonna give it one more time because this is really driving me bonkers. Resolution time hours count. So clean data, E. What do I have this labeled as? Automatic. Clean data. Let's go back and put this automatic. It is on automatic. Edit. Chart style. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna once I figure that out, I'll put the comments in it. But yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts because I'm not sure if Google knows this, but it has glitched like this before. Where I don't want. What if I do this? Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Yeah, let's do a number. Yeah, okay. Well, the last thing we want to do, because I'm done playing around, and I know you guys want to be out of here, I'm going to take off my grid lines. And look at that. We have a dashboard. And guess what? You can even go over here and go to download PDF, change it to portrait, fit to page, and boom! Look at that. You're ready to send it to your boss like, oh, here's our performance. We are in the green on all of them, except that one that's a little edged off, which I'm going to fix right now because I don't like the way it looks. So we're going to go to key value. We're going to, is it 20? No. Let's try 36. 58? Yeah, 58 works. Yeah, that's close enough. Except for this, because this doesn't want to work. But yeah, there we go. Now you have it. Let me go over here. And since you stayed till the end, if you're being lazy, ooh, do I got any comments? Probably not. Nope. If you want a copy of this, and you don't want to build it yourself, you just want it, the answer. Here it is. Here's the link to QR code. It's on Buy Me a Coffee. Can I add that onto this thing? I don't think I can. But it's Buy Me a Coffee at the. Oh, wait, yeah, I can. Here, let me type it. buymeacoffee.com/ at Google Sheets Fanboy, right? Right? Home. Let me just get the link. Here we go. Yeah, at Google Sheets Fanboy. / Google Sheets Fanboy. That would be me. We're gonna add it now. You guys can see it. Boom! There it is. You can go there. That's where I have all the other dashboard builds that we've done in the other ones. But other than that, you guys were great. Great. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for watching me find this stupid button thing on the dashboard that I do not like that shows 0.33. If you do get the template, this is the template you will be getting. Let me do a quick snapshot of that so you guys can see that error is not there. Well, first I got to select it. That error is not there. Yeah, see? That one works. I don't know why, but hey, it wants to be that way. Maybe it swallowed a fly. I don't know why, but maybe it did. And that's why we have 3 dots afterwards. Again, the data is, if you want to use the same data set, it is, if you do end up getting the sheet, you'll have this data set with you so you can play around, but it is dynamic. It will change. Just paste in your information where it is, where you want it. If you have questions, if you do get this, you'll have my contact information in there. Other than that, everybody, it's been great. Under an hour. I'm pretty impressed. This was an easy build. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I do want to do some Amazon ones, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit until I work out the kinks on the new one. And then we'll do some Amazon PPC, Amazon sales. I know a lot of people love the Amazon ones. Those were most of my clients are off of that one, and maybe some inventory. I want to redo one of my inventory ones, the reorder point I did. And I would also like to do. Uh, I would love to hear some suggestions what you guys would like to see me build for dashboards and put them up here, and then see what we can come up with. But I think next, actually, you know what? I got my plan here. It's subject to change, but I got one where we're going to combine social medias like X, YouTube, all the data that we have, and combine it, put it on different tabs, and then have it so it automatically puts it in one thing, and we can filter it by date. So we'll see the total engagement, and then down below we'll have a table that fills up automatically with it. That one I'm kind of excited for. The product dashboard, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. And it says Amazon PPC is up, but I might switch that. But the combining the social media one is going to be a cool one. I've done it for clients before where we take all of their social media, put it on different tabs, and then on the main tab, it just generates what it is. That one's a little bit more medium to advanced. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to call it a good night, guys. Have a good night.